Hello, everyone,
Hello.
and welcome to a laugh and learn about creating a YouTube channel. These are the individual experiences of Linda Day Gonzalez and Tarot Stash. Please understand this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Gerald. How are you?
I am very well. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, I've
Um,
been looking forward to this for days, ever since we planned it, because yeah, I got stuff to say.
I do have stuff to say. One of the things to keep in mind, everyone, this is our individual experiences. These are the things that we've learned. We are not talking about what other people do. Nope, that's not what we're doing. I have created a banner for this. This is based upon our own experiences. Please search for resources that help you. You do you.
Well, that's actually probably the most important part of a YouTube channel is you doing who you are and being authentic, and don't
Yes.
be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of being who you are, because nobody is interested in phonies.
Yes. I also think as we talk about this stuff, Linda and I have done various levels of planning because that's the way we are. I have two sheets of paper with you've done lots.
I do for my
Um,
own shows, yes, but
yeah.
and we discuss between the two of us when we're doing something together. But yeah, no.
Yes. So I have got this. It also gave me an opportunity to go. This is a good chance for me to go. What is it that I do? I do it automatically. How can I capture that? So I've created like a guest prep checklist. I've created a show checklist. I've created guest info preparation email, which are very useful, which I will reference later. I do want to thank everybody for being here. We, of course, guess what? We have the best chatters here. We also have the work lurkers. We have the future lurkers, and we have the best lurkers. And you know who you are. You know who you are, and this is delightful.
Ah,
Um, and please do us the favor and like and subscribe because it's free. All of our links are below, so you can find us. This is part of the Laugh and Learn playlist. You can find that. Click on those to find out other things that we've talked about. Uh, Linda, what would you like to say to people before we dive into all of the stuff?
Hi, everybody. um, I'm not going to be able to respond to my channel chatters from this keyboard. I'll have to be on my phone. So if you see me with my head down, it's because I'm responding on my phone, and that's because I don't know why. There's been some changes in StreamYard setup, and
Yeah.
so things have changed about like, oh well, this is just get never mind, but things have changed, and so this is something that, yes, so I'm not ignoring you people, okay? I'm not sitting here going me, looking at my phone and answering people on Twitter. No, 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 no. I'm trying to manage.
Thank you for letting us know.
You're welcome.
I do want to say hello to everyone. Thank you for being here. We are simulcasting this on both of our channels. I want to encourage everybody to ask questions about creating a YouTube channel. We will do our best to answer. We also may have some resources that you can follow and things of that sort. So feel free to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got lots of people here. Hello, thank you, thank you, thank you. Instead of actually going through and saying hello to all of the individuals, I want to make sure that we can get through all of the content.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah, because he's got a pack. I mean, did you see that? He's got like 4 solid pages of notes. So
2, 3, 4, 5,
oh,
6
I lied.
pages of
6
notes.
pages of notes.
6 pages of notes.
Okay, I always thought that I was an over preparer and an overthinker. Nah, man, orders of magnitude beyond my
It's all right. Well,
wildest.
and this is one of the tips that we're going to talk about
Yeah,
when we do a show. So first, we're going to talk about like channel setup. This is, things to think about. Make sure when you pick your name that it's clear and memorable and it is searchable.
here's something, Gerald.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe instead of starting there, start with the actual hardware before you can connect.
It's a great question, CJ. The first 3 years I did my YouTube channel and was doing my lives and creating videos, I was using my iPad.
You told me that when we first started talking to each other, you told me that, and I was amazed
Mm-hmm.
and frankly horrified, but amazed beyond belief, because I was using a tablet, not an iPad, but a tablet, um, uh, to connect to YouTube and just watch and
Yes.
respond in the chat, and that was awkward and painful. That was before I got the laptop. But in terms of physical requirements, you can do it with a phone. You
You
can,
can do, and there are people who do great videos with the phone.
yeah,
I would say what's important to understand about the technology that you are using, your technology gives you certain things that you can do and certain things that you cannot do,
depending on
depending
what you choose.
upon what
Yeah,
you're doing.
yeah.
Exactly. This is a
And
great question.
and so if you're using a phone, there's certain things that you can't do, like you can't use StreamYard. You probably have to just go straight to YouTube. Your
You can use StreamYard. It's just very limited in what you can do.
okay. So again, um, find out how your choice of hardware defines your options in software and presentation. Okay.
Very good
Um,
advice.
you may have to go straight to YouTube. You might be able to use something like StreamYard or EVMux or something like that. I don't know. Like, that's for you to figure out, because it's your channel,
Yes.
right? You go, girl. And uh, I use a Chromebook, like 6-year-old Chromebook, 5-year-old
Mm-hmm.
Chromebook, and it's fine. I
Yes.
keep it obviously updated, because like that would be stupid not to. Um, and I'm satisfied with it. I mean, and I should say, in terms of hardware, I was gifted, lucky me, I was gifted a webcam for my birthday, my last
Mm,
birthday. And I like it better than the Chromebooks cam, but honestly, the Chromebooks camera was just fine, because
yes.
what I do on YouTube, like, I'm not doing adventure zipline videos, okay? I'm doing talking head videos. I'm
Yes.
not outside. I'm not even walking around the house. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have very limited needs in terms of what
Yes.
I need to accomplish is very limited.
Yes.
So that helps me, actually. It frees me up to a wider range of options in terms of hardware, well, and software too. But we'll talk about that some more later. So yeah, you need something that can transmit video and audio. That
Yes.
can be a phone, that can be a tablet, that can be a laptop.
Yes. There are phones. I was using my camera on my iPad. I'm using the camera on my MacBook. I've used the camera on my phone. Part of what happens is when you're using the technology, you have to make sure that you have everything set up appropriately. We are not going into that. There are great YouTube videos, depending upon the
Tons of
yeah,
YouTube videos on
overwhelming.
tutorials.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Huge,
Also, yeah.
huge.
Also, you can, a lot of times, if you use software to access, there are very usable videos to help you.
Yeah. And if all else fails, ChatGPT can write you a step by step on how
Yes,
to do something. It's very good at that. I
exactly.
love it. Yeah.
Exactly. So when you create a YouTube channel, you need to have the channel set up. You need to choose clear, memorable, and searchable channel name. Make sure that you have a readable profile picture of your face or your logo or your dog's face, your pet's face. Some people don't want their face on, and you don't have to show your
Yeah.
face
You don't have to.
on. I mean, especially if you're doing camera down videos where you're
Yeah.
showing decks and you're doing readings. The other thing that I've heard is people suggest that your channel name is a reference to your name. Tarot Stash does not have the reference to Gerald in it. Linda de Gonzalez, I mean, that's your name. That works.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my name. And I got lots of feedback from people about, but your identity. Fucking steal my identity, Like I don't care.
Don't do that. Don't
Don't
do
do
that.
that.
But
No. But
so
the thing is really the name I really wanted was Ukrainian for farm girl, Selyanka, but it wasn't available. And so I went, oh well, okay, fine, then I'll just go with my name. Because why not?
yeah, yeah.
You know?
So also when you're setting up YouTube, you don't have to do it all at once. You can,
Yeah.
get your channel name and stuff like that. It is a good idea to do a 30 to 60-second channel trailer. By the way, I shared these tips that I found with Linda. Both Linda and I were looking at each other going, oh, I haven't done that. I haven't done that. So there's some things. YouTube gives you the ability to fill in an about you section.
Yes.
This is,
Do that.
explain what your channel is. Use keywords to help you. Mention your schedule, how regularly you will update things.
Ooh, I haven't done that.
If you also have other social links and contact information you want to put there, great. Personally, I would not give anyone my mailing address. So that I'm not doing that. But there's like Linktree, which gives you the ability to, if you have a Facebook page, if you have a website, those sorts of things. You can also upload your email address, and you can have it hidden behind a wall where people have to prove that they're not robots.
Oh, cool. I didn't know about that. I never
Yes,
did a channel intro. I just have
I
the
haven't
intros to
either.
my videos. Like really, why? I
Yeah.
read it or don't read the about me or don't, but a channel intro, I don't know. Like that didn't even, I mean, I know it's possible and but I still don't feel the need.
Yeah. One of the things that's really helpful, and this is where yes, you get to do this. You're watching videos online. What are the things that you like about the videos that you watch?
Mhm.
Let those influence you. Let those help you. I don't suggest you copy them. However, let them help inform you.
Yeah. Let them inspire you.
Yes, that inspiration is a wonderful word. So,
How are we doing so far?
we're doing great. I'm talking really fast, but okay. You can put videos, you can do two types of videos at least. One is you can do lives, which we'll talk about a little bit later, or you can record videos and then upload them to YouTube.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, pick which browser you use to upload to YouTube, because trust me, some of them take 5 times longer than the others.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to record, that means, and you have, and this is your first time doing anything, and this is your first time, like, you don't have a clue, but you're going to record this, say 3 minutes of you talking about a topic. Be prepared to learn how to edit so that you can edit out all the dead space and the ums and the ahs so that you sound polished and professional. Okay. Presentation is important. Nobody wants to hear anybody saying, gee, oh, wait, it's right here.
Yes.
You know, if you're going to record something, clean it up, learn how to edit. Yeah, exactly. Well, we all found out the hard way. I mean,
well, editing software is different depending upon which computer environment you have.
yeah.
You can do some editing in YouTube. I've not done that.
No, me neither.
I decided when I first started doing videos, when I was recording flip throughs, if I made it through the first 15 seconds without a flub up or something like that, I was going to just finish it, because that's my personality.
Okay.
I didn't want to edit. I've edited videos, but I didn't want to have to edit, because part of, I think, the fun is who I am. I try to be as authentically me as possible, either a recorded video or a live video.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just wanted to put this up.
Yes.
There are lots of options for editing, and Tapestry, the Unseen, there you are, editing on your iPhone using CapCut, absolutely logical, legitimate, perfectly fine. You can use CapCut's a great resource. There's other editing software. There's, if you have a MacBook that's built in with, I think it's called iMovie.
iMovie is what I use.
iMovie, yeah, and that's excellent. There are tons of free and low cost editing resources that are available now. Do your own research. You just search for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing we did have a question is, what are the choices of browser? I can tell you, if you are using StreamYard on a laptop or a computer, you need to use Chrome or Firefox.
Yeah.
If you are using an iPad or an iPhone, Safari works. Your results may vary. They may do some update or things like that. So, and I am going to click that from Timmy so that I could bring it up a little bit later. When you do a video, plan what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Jot down a couple of notes to help you keep the order. Yeah, bullet points are great.
Speech, okay, you're not making a speech. Do not do that in front of a camera, because it is stiff and inauthentic. If you can just put bullet points down and just make sure you cover those bullet points, that will be fine. That'll be fine. And this works for shorts. This works for long form. Long form. Yeah, cheat sheets. That's right, Timmy.
Well, and part of what it is when you first start doing videos, follow a formula that you've created. And then guess what? After you do a few of them, if that doesn't work for you, change it. Do something different. It's absolutely fine.
It's your channel.
It's your channel. You get to do you. Yes. Well, and here's something that I learned as watching some videos was you want to give a hook within the first 10 seconds. And if you are doing a recorded video, the idea of timestamps is really, really wonderful. I don't do that. However, there are a lot of people who do that. Now,
Yeah.
let's talk about video quality. This is speaking from my own experience. I first started using an iPad. If you've ever used an iPad, it sits down here. And
Oh,
you've got to figure out where your camera is located
yeah.
and talk to the camera. Look at the camera. So it feels weird that right now I'm looking at my camera. It's right there.
Yeah.
The iPad camera is down there. So I'm looking at the iPad camera there. Know where your camera is, because if you're doing a video, that's where you want to look.
Yeah.
Before I got a gooseneck, and I don't have one next to me. A gooseneck, it's just something to hold your device, your mobile device, and to keep it level and
Yeah.
to keep it at eye level.
Yeah.
Really great. Really very, very helpful. Now, in the absence of, at this point, I was like, wow, am I going to just do this for a week, or am I going to do this for almost 5 years, which is where we are now? I was using books. I was stacking stuff up just to get it up high enough.
Me too. I did exactly that when I started last year. I had a stack of books this tall, because if I had my laptop, I don't have a desk. If I had the laptop
Yeah.
on the coffee table,
Yeah.
you're looking up my nose, which is not an attractive angle.
Yes. Well, and what's funny is you do have to pay attention, because like a laptop, like an iPad, it goes like this. I was having to put stuff back here
Yeah.
just to keep it straight. That being said, when I started lives, it was creating an interesting experience, because when I was trying to manage chat, I would do that horrible thing of timing people out accidentally.
Oh,
I did that multiple times,
yeah.
and I hated that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, video quality. Can we talk about lighting and stuff like that now?
yes, please.
Okay. So here's something I learned. Lighting is critical. I got a set of 3 lights off of Amazon for $50. That was on sale. I think they're regular like 75.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what I'm not going to shine it in your face, okay? But this is what they look like. They're on a tripod. They're, I'm sure, made in China, whatever. Okay, so for you Americans, that's probably a minus at this point, but whatever. I'm just telling you what I did, okay, last year.
Yep.
And that was a really good, it was a good deal at $75, but at $49.99 it was an absolute steal. As far as, so that means that right now today I have 2. I have one in front of me, I have one at an angle. Learn about fill lights, learn about how lighting works.
Yes.
Watch yourself with different lighting setups. You don't want to
Yes.
look like you don't want to oh God. You don't want this strong dark shadow on one side and bright light on the other. Or worse yet, which is what used to happen to me because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, is like this bright shiny forehead, because I'm so white, I am transparent, and I just glow. And so you have this bright spotlight coming out of my forehead, which I suppose for an Akashic Records reader is kind of appropriate. On the other hand, it's just dumb looking, okay, and it's annoying to watch. So
Yeah.
lighting is critical. Camera angle. Okay, if I have to see another video where somebody is like
Stop talking about me, Linda.
if I have, okay, like this.
Camera angle is important. And by the way, and this is from my own experience, I would shoot a video, I'd watch it back, and I would redo it because my camera angle was wrong because
Yeah.
you couldn't see what I was showing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
yes, and when your cards are glossy, it's
Yeah.
horrible. Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
And so that's why I don't put a light facing me like this anymore, having learned the lesson. Uh, so they're at a kind of an angle so that when I have a glossy card, I can zhoosh
exactly,
it around in front of the camera so that
exactly.
it's not blinding you with the
Yes,
glare from the gloss. But yeah, but that's something that you learn, right? Like that's something you
it
figure
is.
out.
It's something that I learned because natural lighting is really good. You want the lighting, the natural light in front of you.
Yes.
You don't want it behind you because then you look like
You
you're
don't
in
want it to
shadow.
the side because then you get
Well, and what
black.
I have is my window is over there. I have a light over here to try to balance it out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's really interesting is your lighting, it changes throughout the day, especially when
Yeah.
you're using natural lighting. I have also learned, I had the Ring cameras.
Yeah.
I still have some Ring cameras. Some of what I did is I bounced the ring light up onto the ceiling
Yes.
so it would just brighten the room.
Yeah. Just an
And
overall glow. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and so Tim said, I built a little felt covered boards to keep my cards aligned. That's great. That's good advice. Very good advice. So if when you are using the natural light, try it out. And by the way, when you're doing a live, figure out your lighting before you go live.
Oh God, yes.
You can see yourself.
Yeah.
And you would be surprised that simply moving a light back 5 feet
Or
makes a
lower
world
it
of difference.
because these
Oh, yes.
these lights have controls, okay?
Mhm.
They also came with plastic filters for, yeah, exactly, thank you, because mine doesn't reach that far. They also came with plastic filters so I can change the color temperature, but I put the orange ones on and I've left it, and because I don't want green. I mean, that would be interesting for
Yeah.
Halloween, I suppose. Woo, let's talk about that for Halloween, Gerald. But um yeah, there's lots of things you can do with lighting. I prefer consistent because I'm sitting in the couch in my living room. My balcony door is like to my immediate right, and if I open it, then I'm awash with light,
Yeah.
and this side is completely black. I'm not even going to try to balance that. I close the curtains. I set up my
Yes.
lighting. It's the same all the time. Yeah, that's just how it works.
The other thing that is interesting for considering a with your lighting, how close is it? Depends upon if you're wearing glasses. If
Yes.
I do that, you can see my light. Part of what I have is I have it at a certain level. I can actually look down. I can still see you, but you're not getting the glare.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing about wearing glasses, change your screen to black.
Oh yes. Oh, can
Change
yes.
your screen to black
Yes. Put it
because
on night.
otherwise,
Yes.
sorry,
Go ahead.
because otherwise, what your audience is seeing, and which if you're paying attention, you'll see it too, is you're just seeing the glare on your glasses from the screen, okay? And people can see the little blue square that's your window and the blah blah
Yes.
blah. And like okay, for somebody like me, it's freaking fascinating to do shit like this. But but honestly, like really don't do it. So set your you can do it in StreamYard too. You can set your StreamYard theme. I forget what it's
Yes. You
called,
can
but it's
set
in
it
the
to
beginning. You can set
night
it to
or
black.
dark,
If
dark
you're
mode.
not using StreamYard, find whatever software or whatever it is you're using, turn it to black. If you're wearing glasses, your biggest enemy is glare. Okay. I'm
That
not
is good
fond of
advice.
shadows either because it cuts my face, right? Like that's not
Mhm.
very attractive, but there's
Yes.
only so much I can do about the shadows. I can do a lot more about the glare.
Here's the thing. All of the stuff we're talking about are tips for you to consider. You have our permission to completely
Yeah,
ignore
two or three
everything
more.
that we're saying.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's at least a year of my videos where it's just all you can see is glare on my glasses.
Oh, yes. Oh,
I didn't know
yes.
any better. Okay. You know
Yeah.
better, you do better. You learn.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think Timmy said something a little bit earlier. It's like, I try not to be a perfectionist doing the meditation videos. I incorporate
Yeah.
improvements into the new ones. I don't go back to correct old ones.
Yeah. I,
Wise advice.
yeah.
I don't know about you. I have so many ideas for videos.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could do 3 shows a day for at least the rest of the year. I mean, seriously. And so, Tony, I am not calling anybody out. But see, here's
What?
the other thing is, um,
We're talking about what we did,
oh my
okay?
gosh.
So
I
if you
mean, and
feel called
if
out,
you want to go all the way back and watch some of our early videos, it's
yeah,
just hilarious.
yeah,
Uh,
mine are as far
yeah,
back as Gerald's.
an external microphone can be very useful. Because I used the iPad microphone, which worked pretty well. I used the earbuds. Or the AirPods. I used the microphone, stuff like that. The sound quality is different for each of those.
Yes,
You have to, whatever software you are using, you need to edit your microphone settings to
yes,
make sure that, I mean, part of, I was using some AirPods, and I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she says, I'm so glad you stopped using those AirPods because I always hated that sound. It sounded like you were
Daryl.
in a narrow thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. The audio quality is just as important as the video quality. I don't
yeah.
have a microphone, an external microphone. I suppose if I get money available to get one, yeah, but I'm only working with a little tiny little
Yep.
coffee table, not a coffee table. It's a chest. Okay, it's a 1 meter by one and by yeah probably 60 centimeter chest, and it's knee high as I'm sitting down. So I have a step stool that my laptop sits on because I gave up on the books because they kept well, never mind. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's unstable. It's not safe. So I got a step stool, and it sits on that, and so everything I need is underneath the step stool.
Mhm.
However, to get back to audio, I have a very limited amount of space, and um, the notebook and the coffee cup and the inhaler and the glasses and the phone, pretty much, yeah, I don't have much room here to
Yes.
add a microphone to. And I, if I was doing podcast type stuff, yeah, I'd need one, but I don't know. I'm okay with the way the audio is now.
I think your audio is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not like outstanding, but it's fine.
Yeah. I oftentimes find audio for me gets weird when I use headphones or a headphone jack, something like that. It just seems to go a little off. So here's the other thing to remember, and I'm going to put us like this for a second. This is what you see when you're there.
Yeah,
That's what you need to pay attention to.
yeah,
I am not moving the camera so that you can see what's over there, what's beneath me. No, it's part of the mystery.
yeah. Part of the magic.
Mystery.
Yeah, it's part
So
of our
it's
magic.
yes, 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 yes. Um, and so yeah. The audio is a struggle. Technical difficulties. Yep. So
Audio is a struggle for you, Essence of the Moon, Selena?
I I think your audio is okay, Selena, but
I haven't noticed any problems with your audio when I watch you.
I have Selena coming on to the channel on Saturday.
Do you? Oh, awesome.
Yes. So you'll see that. So that'll be fun. Energy can also be an interference. So there's only so much to do. Yes. Yes, I completely understand that. Yeah, we just won in on that tarot room. No.
I wish, never mind.
So okay, so we've talked about planning and structure. By the way, when you're doing videos and you're doing a same type of videos, the routine of an introduction, if you're do the same thing,
Yeah.
because it creates a structure, so
Yeah.
you can just go with that.
Yeah. The more structure you can create, the easier your life becomes.
Oh
Believe me.
yes. Oh yes.
The
Oh yes.
format, the
Yes.
structure,
Yes.
the oh my God, no wonder. Oh, okay. Yeah, he can afford to critique your audio because he's used to like, $1,500 microphones and complete yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you tell him from me that when he can pay for the equipment, he can critique the audio.
Go on, Linda. I dare you. What about that room?
Not a thing. Not
Yeah.
a thing. He's never showed it to me ever. I've never seen it. I was hoping he would do it. I was going to say, okay, and I am going to say, do a show taking us around your tarot room.
No,
Okay.
because that's not what I'm doing on the channel. Timmy said more structure equals less brain farts. There
Oh
we
my
go.
God. Yeah, absolutely. Structure is your friend. If you can create a show structure that works for you,
That's what, trust me, I am surrounded by a lot of stuff. I probably have, yeah, Timmy has dirty laundry off camera. That's a whole different type of show.
yeah.
But I probably have anywhere from 150 to 200 decks within reach if I need that.
Holy shit.
So,
Okay, so not my case, obviously. So yeah, what were we talking about? Oh yeah,
well,
structure.
okay, so we've talked about the video quality. Figure it out. By the way, if don't wait for it to be perfect before you start. Start and then learn and apply what
Yeah,
you
apply what you
what's
learned. Yeah.
worked and what didn't work.
But that means that you have to be constantly evaluating. And I personally had a really big difficulty watching myself on video. I found it really, really uncomfortable. And it took months for me to get over myself. Um, it's important to be able to, it's important to do that, or it was important to me to do that.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I wanted to be able to look at myself
Yes.
and critique. Okay, feedback to myself. Did that work? Did that not work? You should have been looking at your guest when you said that. You should remember that, like be aware of if your screen is mirroring you or not. Like, am I pointing at Gerald or not? Because,
No.
yeah, I know. See, that's what I mean. On my screen, I am, okay? But what goes out through YouTube, I'm not. Be aware of that kind of stuff because that will trip you up.
Yes.
And but I guess so. Get used to seeing yourself and get used to watching. Make yourself watch your performance afterwards and observe yourself. And that's a good exercise for you to do, like just as a human being, to observe
Yes.
yourself as a like a third party removed from it and say what worked, what didn't. What kind of face are you making there, Linda? Jeez.
Oh, yes.
You know, all of that kind of stuff.
I encourage people to, when they do that, to do that in short bursts of time
Yeah,
with
no
the
more.
right mindset. You are not critiquing, you're critiquing the video and applying what you can do moving forward.
Yeah, you're looking for things to improve.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and also what things worked well for you.
Yeah.
Do more of those.
Yeah. Good
Do
point.
more of those. I want to talk.
Everything,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
Everything about a channel, okay? Everything about what you're about to do when you start your channel, everything is going to be beyond your comfort zone. Get used to it. Suck it up.
Yes. Boom. Create a thumbnail. You can use, I use Canva, which is free.
Yeah, me too.
You can use close-ups, bold backgrounds. I suggest the fewer the words on that, the better. Many people watch videos on a mobile device.
Yeah.
So something with, and comes from my art background and lettering. You don't want to mix a whole lot of fonts. You want it to be
Sweet Jesus,
legible.
2 fonts max, okay?
Okay. I have
I'm
one
sorry.
font. I have one font.
Yeah.
And I do this, I do it consistently. And by the way, it took me some time to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
you
2 fonts at the very, very most. Make sure that they're not the scripty fancy fonts, because
those are hard to read.
you can't read those on a phone. You can't. I mean, I defy anyone, even with my extra closey uppy glasses, it could be Arabic for all I can see.
So make sure that your camera, your background, or your thumbnail is just clean. You also want to make the titles give them some curiosity to get people going, well, I wonder what that is. Some people like the idea of bait and switch. I don't. I try to keep it stuff like this is a hashtag laugh and learn, creating a YouTube channel with Linda and Gerald. Boom. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, it's too much work for me to. Okay, so the deal with my guides when I agreed to start a channel, the deal with my guides was I'd be happy to do it as long as it's fun. Okay. The minute you make it work for me, I'm out of here. Like, don't even.
Yes.
And so this whole business of like having to think about, oh, what's a good title? Nah, man, full frontal, just what it is, and that's it. I can't. Anything else is too much work. For which I don't get paid, okay?
Yes. The other thing is thinking about when you're doing videos, when you're uploading a video, you're not doing a live, editing tips. Cut out the dead space. Use light music or transitions if you need to help move from one thing to another. There's great tools in those editing programs to help you do that.
Yeah.
And if you use auto caption, edit those so that they can be correct.
If you use auto caption, edit those critical words. I am sick and tired of seeing stupid spelling, and not just stupid spelling on those auto captions, but actual incorrect wording. Okay.
Yes.
So if you're going to auto caption it, take the time to go through your video and make sure that that's actually what you said and not just what the software heard, because those are often very, very different.
Correct.
And you won't get me going, oh my God, they didn't even look at it when I watch your auto caption video.
Linda is calling me out. What? Okay. Linda is totally calling me out.
Not just you.
Yeah. Well, she's calling me out. Something that's important. We may have to do a part 2 of this as we talk about lives.
I love this. Oh yes, balloons.
Because one thing that's really important is to figure out Why do you want to create a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
The why you're doing it is an important thing. It gives you direction. If you are doing that, I mean, and where does this fit into your life? Is it a job? Is it a hobby? Is it just for fun? I think it is important to be honest with yourself. Are you creating a channel to make money?
Yeah.
No problems about that. Great.
Yeah.
That's
No,
going to lead the decisions for what you're doing and how you're doing it.
absolutely going to shape your decision making around
Yes.
your subject matter. It's going to shape your decisions around your presentation. It's going to shape all your decisions. So determine that at the outset.
And it will also help you learn how to adjust what you're doing, because YouTube gives you the ability to look at analytics. What
Very
what videos get the most views? When do they get the most views? Things of that sort. Do you want to create a channel to learn and to document what you're learning? Great. Uh, are you creating a channel to connect with people? All of these are valid. All of them are valid. And this advises how you move forward. It's really important for you to understand why you're doing it, because then you can make adjustments to it. I think this is a really key thing.
yeah.
Uh, I wrote down this idea of is you want to be professional as you can.
Yeah.
And professional means that you take time, you do things appropriately. So own it.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing.
Yeah.
So, okay, you have highlighted some great stuff. Peace, Mama. I have a friend that is deaf. The captioning makes all the difference to her. It's always looking for channels she can enjoy. I love that.
Yeah. Now, my YouTube does auto captioning for, like if I want to listen to a Spanish channel in English, it'll auto caption it. Those are freaking hilarious. However, I understand Spanish well enough that I know when English is using the wrong synonym for a word, and it's screamingly funny to me, but to people who don't speak Spanish at all, it's just bewildering. To someone who's deaf, I can imagine that it's incredibly
Oh,
frustrating.
definitely.
But there is nothing we can do, like as creators, there's nothing we can do about YouTube's auto captioning. It's a system that just works outside of our ability to control. We can turn it on, we can turn it off, and that's it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I'll
Yeah.
experiment and go and turn on all the languages and see what happens to my audience.
That's fun. Yeah.
So
Oh,
far,
yeah.
English.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. It does go back to the idea of the mission statement.
yeah,
And Timmy said, passion is also required when doing creative work. It's a guarantee that you will make less money for more work.
100%.
But it is your work for your benefit exclusively.
Not exclusively my benefit, I hope, Timmy,
Yes.
because if it was for my benefit, like, I don't know, I don't think I'd be doing this. I'm doing this. I'm My channel exists mostly because my guides nagged the hell out of me until I started it and said it was important that I do it. And I didn't agree with them at the time, but I see their point now that
Mhm.
this is, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
pretty much it's my calling. It's what I have been asked to do as a light worker.
Yes.
And
And by the way, Tony says, I am never going through the script on auto captions. My channel is a hobby, not a millstone for me, and direction moves with my journey. Good for you. Just know
okay,
that. I mean, just know that. I think it's perfectly fine.
yeah.
So, but
Yeah, but it's not just for my benefit because this isn't. benefiting me really in it. Well, okay, it's benefiting me in that I met people like Gerald and like Viviani and Diana Bowles, and I got to work with these amazing creators, and it's been a hell of an inspiration on my own spiritual journey. But if you're talking about material benefit, no, man, I pay way more in StreamYard and
Yes.
StreamYard subscription and Zoom subscription. And what else do I subscribe to? I don't even want to go into it. So it's costing me a whole lot more than I ever make. Yeah, but it is about choices. And I choose to do this because it's in some way will benefit humanity in some small way, you know?
Yes. Yes. Agreed, Linda. The journey inspires and brings in community.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Well
that was
said.
huge, huge benefit to me. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I also think one of the things that is important, and I have to remember this, posting videos, you're going to start off with not a whole lot of subscribers.
Yeah.
You're going to slowly build it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. And okay, so let me share my journey with subscribers, okay? I never really was focused on subscribers because I knew it was more important to me anyway. It was more important to be authentic and to do what I was called
Yes.
to do. And I figured, if you build it, they will come. And that was true. But in January of 2024, I had 46 subscribers. In May of 2024, after Gerald had me on his channel, I suddenly had over 100. I had I think 150 after your show. A week after your show, it went up to 150.
I love
By
that.
December, I had 500 and I was able to monetize. So the bigger you get, the faster you grow. And so
Yes.
now, as of today, so from December at 500 to today, July the whatever 8th, okay, I have 740, I forget, 40 something, okay. I extrapolate from that I will hit 1,000 by October or so. And then after that, it'll continue to grow. Don't
Yes.
focus on the number of subscribers you have. What you need, if you want to grow your channel, what you need to do is you need to be out there consistently. So you do your show every week, you show up and you do something every single week or twice a week. You don't have to do it every day. Like that's, you do it twice a week, you do it every week, whatever. Every chance you have to collaborate with other readers, take it. It'll grow you as a reader, no matter what
Yes.
reading you do. You'll grow as a reader, you'll improve as a reader, you'll learn to work as a team, you'll learn to manage the energies of the people like people reading with you. It will improve your skills like I can't even describe, 1,000%. So
Yes.
use the time that you have, use the small the no subscribers zone. Okay, use that to hone your skills and get better so that when you get to 500 or 1,000 you have a polished, more or less, because it's always going to improve, otherwise you're dead. You have a more polished, more professional, smoother, better, just a better product.
Yes.
Okay, to provide a presentation to give them.
Mm-hmm.
So use that no subscribers zone to your advantage,
Good point. Good point. That brings up some really good things that I want to point out. I spent about 15, 20 years of my career training people.
Yeah.
So when you go live, if you
Yeah.
do a live, scary AF, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, it's terrifying.
The thing that I have to remember is I expect no one to be watching the video.
Yeah.
I have over planned everything. I'm just going to talk.
Yeah.
Early on, when I was creating a YouTube channel, Nick Nims, something of that nature, he does a lot of videos about growing your YouTube channel. One of the pieces of advice that he gave, and I still remember it, is when you go live, have a set thing that you say each video, that and then that allows people who are subscribed to you to get the notification and then to show up.
Yeah.
So yes, here it is. Thank you.
Nick Nimmons.
Thank you, Tony.
A lot.
And that has really stuck with me, because I'm like going, you know what? That is good advice.
Yeah.
Very good advice.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
a lot of those I watched. I don't know if I've watched him in particular because his name doesn't ring any bells, but I've watched a lot of those how to grow your YouTube channel, and they don't really apply to what we do as readers, or what I do as a reader anyway. It doesn't really apply to the way I work with YouTube. And yeah, so take what works for you and use it and apply it to yourself and see if it'll work, you know. And sometimes the wildest things will work. Yeah, it
yes.
is weird to talk to yourself. And here's okay, so I hear when I encourage other readers in conversation and just say, you know, you really, they say, well, maybe I should start my channel. And I go, well, yeah, of course you should, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the thing that I hear most is, but I don't like talking to people. Me neither. I hate standing up in front of I mean, I can do it, okay, because I did drama. Haha, mom, I told you it wasn't going to be useless. Um, I did drama, and so I can make myself do it, but I have to put on a persona. I am not my authentic self. I am Leo rising Linda. I'm not Moon and Pisces Linda. Okay, so I have to get up there, and I can, and I will, and it'll be good. You know, it'll be absolutely acceptable. But that's not what I'm doing here, because here my perception, sitting here on my couch in my living room with my budgies having a squabble over there, I'm in my house. I'm in the safest place that I can be. You people in chat, I love you all, but you're NPCs. I don't have to see your, I'm sorry. This is my perception, okay?
Okay.
You're NPCs. I don't have to see your faces. I don't have to see your expressions. I don't have to see that grumpy person in the back who's going, well, this is all bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm talking to my friend Gerald, you know?
Yes. I love that, because it is important to just get into the flow, figure out how to work with you, because you and I are chatting.
Yeah.
And occasionally we're glancing over at chat. We'll talk about how to interact with chat a little bit later on a live. Something that I learned very early on, and I've said it to anybody who has asked me for suggestions about creating a YouTube channel and being consistent. Remember, no one owns a day of the week or a time of day.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. No one owns a day of the week or a time of the day.
Yeah.
I try to do my shows consistently.
Yeah.
And if I know of someone else who's doing a show at the same time, I might adjust it, mostly because I want to watch the live.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
So the other thing is, and Kaylee said this. Let's see.
Did I miss starring
Nope.
it?
Nope.
Oh.
Kaylee said, I get 5 to 6 views on a live, but then I'll get 20 plus views over the next few days. So I don't feel bad.
Excellent.
Here's the thing. Richie, Longman Tarot, said to me, Gerald, remember, most people are going to watch the video and replay.
Yeah. And that's something Gerald told me when I started. And I went, oh, okay. Because I was getting like 8 or 9 people. And that was okay, because I was comfortable with that group. And it made it more of a community. It was more intimate, yada, yada, yada. And that was fine. But, you know, my capacity has grown. So I can have, you know, 40 people in chat and I'm still comfortable. If there was 100 people, you know, I'd probably like freak out a little bit. But yeah, you're exactly right, Fogo Pogo. You know, I have videos that now have like 500 views.
Yes.
Okay. Because people go back, people find you, they go back and watch what you did before. They see, you know, they see a topic that they're interested in, although
Yes.
mine aren't really topic, mine are like readings. But yeah, and they'll watch what they're interested in, and then they'll go. But that increases all of your views. Oh, that's a good one. Watch for real life. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony said to everyone, I don't watch for perfection. I watch for real life. Don't apologize for the hedge timber, the bike, the traffic. I've got it outside as well. It's 100% fine. And here's the other thing. And I've said this to a lot of people, because I mean, if people want to talk to me about creating a YouTube channel, great, reach out to me. If you
Yeah.
want to talk to me about doing lives, great. I've still got 4 pages of notes. But one thing that I also, yes, I know, overachiever, definitely. One thing, and I told people when I was training trainers, don't tell people about a mistake that they don't know you've made.
Oh, that is gold. Yes.
Don't tell people about a mistake that they don't know that you've made. If you know, and let me ask you this: how many mistakes has Gerald made since we started this live?
I have no idea.
Good. Suddenly the chat's going to start going crazy. Everybody's going, well, this happened, this happened, this happened. But remember, I mean, who cares? Okay, it's part of like that improv.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and yes, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Planning is one thing, and you do your very best with your planning. Oh, we're at an hour. Okay.
and this is where I'm like, and I said to Linda during this, y'all heard me, we may have to do a part 2.
We
And
have
Linda
to.
sort of, her eyes rolled back in her head going, God, another show with Gerald.
I like a rug. Oh my
I know,
goodness.
I know.
Oh,
So
nice try.
I mean, because there is a lot of information. Oh, and here you go. I've made too many to type.
That's an excellent response.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We need a jellyfish counter, Gerald. And I'm like, wait, lost on Gerald doesn't watch films like Bridget Jones. That is true.
I do.
I don't.
Yeah. And okay, no such thing as perfection. That's right. And here's okay, so I want to tell you a story because I know Gerald wants to wrap this up because we are at an hour.
We've got a few minutes.
Oh, there goes my light. There goes my bird.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Please hold, and here,
I'll be right back. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna
here,
stop my
we'll do
camera.
this. Here, we'll do this.
Oh, okay.
This section of the video is brought to you by the word vapid. Everyone say it with me. Vapid. Vapid. Lacking flavor, zest, interest, animation, or spirit. Flat. Dull. Don't be vapid. Just like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Vapid. Tony said, that sounds so dirty.
Oh, I'm feeling vapid today. Yeah.
And Timmy said, to surf successfully, you have to lean forward. Hesitating and holding back doesn't work well. Also, Gerald made 10 mistakes. I wrote them down.
Good for you, Timmy. Keep them to yourself. I don't want to know what they are because I didn't notice. Okay, so I wanted to share a story.
Please.
How Wanda became the star of my channel. It happened because, and she is, I mean, let's face it, she's like way more popular than I am. What happened was that when I was last year when I started. She is out of her cage most of the time. And right now I'm sitting at right angles to where I used to sit. I have the wall behind me. Before, I used to have my dining room table and her cage behind me. And she enjoyed flying over and landing on my head and making a lot of noise. And because if I locked her in her cage so she couldn't do that, while I was on the air, she would just sit there and scream because she was locked up. And so what I had to do was just make her part of the show. Mm-hmm. And just accept that this was how it's going to happen. This is how it's going to be. That's the only way I can keep her quiet. Yes. Is to have her sit with me. Okay. So that happened like by itself. And she liked the vibe a lot. She liked the whole energy thing, the whole energy aspect of it. And so now she sees the lights go up and she's waiting. She's waiting for me to come and get her and bring her over. And she wants to be a part of it. Except now as she's getting more ill, the budgies are harassing her, and when they fly around her head, she freaks out, and that's what makes her fly away. So yeah, so that's the story of how Wanda came to be such an important part of the channel. She responds to people's questions. I swear to God.
I know she does.
It's amazing. She'll go like.
Angela is lurking, Cardamancy Mesquite.
Oh, hi, Angela.
So I had this up. I think we'll do a part 2. Will you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Linda's like, well, yeah. I mean, do you want to come back and do a part 2, Linda?
Yeah. I told you guys the story of Wanda simply to tell you, to demonstrate the principle of serendipity.
Good point.
Shit will happen that is unexpected and uncalled for and completely, who knows. If you can find a way to incorporate that, that can be a really good thing. That can be a good thing for your channel.
Yes. Well, next time we will do a part 2. One of the things that we'll talk about is going to be that little commercial that I do, that I just did for the Word.
Yeah.
That was to be funny and to be a smart aleck about something. And lo and behold, I do that, and I do have a purpose for that. Maybe I'll tell you, maybe I won't. I still have, at least on this, I still have a good page of stuff. So
you have more than a page of stuff. Come on, you lie. We didn't get
it's okay. And this is Linda.
Yeah, it's me typing because I have admin privileges, so I can say things, and everybody thinks it's tarot stars. So let's see what I can do with that. After calling you guys all NPCs. I can't believe I said that out loud, but it's true. That's, I don't have to see your face. So
because thank you everybody for watching this. Please do us the favor and like and subscribe. Both of our channels are linked in the descriptions. If you have a question you want to ensure that we answer for the next show, please leave them in the comments. We will do those.
Yeah.
I'll be using,
either on my channel or on Gerald's channel. Just put them in the comments. We'll collect them together, and we'll be sure to answer those on the next time we do this. Yes. We do have a very niche community, and our needs for our channel usage, or our usage of our channels, I'm not sure how to express that clearly, is unique. Yes.
Everybody, please make sure that you have a sip.
And stay moist.
Oh, Tony's going, How many decks don't make it to your immediate arm's reach from your collection?
Probably
I
500.
do rotate some of them out, but you know. But anyhow, Linda, what do you have coming up?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, right.
It's
Make
my
me
it's
snort.
it yes, this is my perfect timing.
Yes, to
I
get
make
back at me.
people, spew beverages out their nose. It's my job.
Sister Mary Catherine. Um, and if you don't know Cheech and Chong, that's going to go. You guys are way too young to even know who Cheech and Chong were. 2 o'clock this afternoon Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern. I'm doing Akashic Adventures with Viviani and Viviani Heller and Diane Bowles. I'm hosting, but Viviani's simulcasting, so you can watch it on all three of our channels. Both Viviani and Diana are simulcasting, so all three channels. Yeah, and oh wait, oh man, I know I've got something else this week. Just give me a second here.
You've got a show on Thursday.
Thursday with Jonathan Daly. We're doing full moon readings. That's going to be fun.
Love that.
And next Monday, the 14th, I'll be on with Alice Martin on her channel,
Allie, yep,
simulcasting on mine. Yeah, Allie
I love
Martin.
that.
We'll be doing
That's great.
readings together.
Later
Yeah.
today, I have a show with It's a Back and Forth with Jamie and Gerald. So we have that. I have on Wednesday the 9th, I have Gem Water, a Laugh and Learn with Tanis. So I'm looking forward to that. I laughed so hard I blew a cheese sandwich through my nose. That is some talent, Tim.
Sister Mary Elephant. There's a boy who knows his Cheech and Chong.
I have on Saturday, the 12th, I have a casual with Selena from Essence of the Moon. She's coming on. So, and then I ate it again. Speaking of a niche market, we have broken Linda.
Why do you say that? I'm not broken. I'm just laughing really hard.
It's a joke. It's a saying. So, all right. I want to say thank you to everyone for being here. Do the like and subscribe. It shows support.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
My mom thought she would get us some cultural stuff to help us fit in. God bless her. One item was the Big Bamboo album. I was 6 years old.
I don't know that album.
You don't?
I don't.
Gerald.
I am pure and innocent.
Yes, you certainly are. Well, of course, you're really, I think that Cheech and Chong were like a long time before, like way before your time. So you're forgiven for that.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please do leave a comment in the, after under the bottom of this video to let us know the questions that you have about creating a YouTube channel. Next, we're going to really focus on creating lives and doing live shows because I've got lots and lots of stuff with that.
Yeah. I made lots of mistakes. I can share them all with you. You can avoid them.
I would happily share my mistakes so that you can avoid them as well. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Love you all. Bye.